Natal Police Commissioner Mkhwanazi has been given until Wednesday to respond to claims that he interfered with the arrest of a senior prison official back in 2023. The Independent Police Investigative Directorate has confirmed it's launched an investigation into Mkhwanazi. IPID has also clarified that the complaint was from an anonymous member of the public and not the police minister.
Hey, Ziyakhala. So now the IPID has made a U-turn after City Press released that Minister of Police, Senzo Mchunu, was behind the complaint of KZN interference, remember, against Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi. So today, IPID issued a statement saying that a letter confirming Mkhwanazi's investigation mistakenly attributed the complaint to the minister. Mistakenly attributed the complaint to the minister. What a coincidence. What a mistake. Adding that the complaint was received from an anonymous source. He could be an anonymous source again. So the story published by City Press was based on a letter dated 12 March 2025 signed by the Independent Police Investigative Directorate, IPID, acting National Head of Investigation, Tuso Giafela-Kai. Letter reads as follows. Dear Lieutenant General and Mkhwanazi, kindly note that the IPID received a complaint of interference from the Minister of Police registered as IPID CN 2025-020200. The matter falls within Section 28, bracket 1, bracket H of IPID Act number 1 of 2011. It is alleged that on Monday 2024-0108 at about 20:45, an operation was conducted at Kalagabusha Prison Residential Area. The police went to the house number 3 and searched the premises. In the process, 5 R5 rounds and 12 pills wrapped in a foil were found in the dustbin outside the house. The owner of the house, Ms. Nelly Ndlovu, was arrested and taken to police station for detention. The item found in the dustbin were booked as exhibits in SAPS 13 number 362023 and 372023 Mpangeni SAPS. It is further alleged that while the police were busy processing the suspect, they received a call from the provincial commissioner who instructed the team not to open a case against the suspect. The objective of the Independent Police Investigative Directorate is to give effect to the provision of Section 206, bracket 6 of the Constitution to promote proper police conduct, to ensure independent oversight of the South African police services and municipal police services, to provide for independent and impartial investigation of identified criminal offense and misconduct allegedly committed by members of South African police and municipal police. So that's the letter. And if you read this letter, especially paragraph 2 of the letter, so I'm not going to read the whole letter down. I think the most important one is paragraph 2, where it is alleged that the police were doing a raid, and while they were doing the raid, they found 5 rounds of R5 and 12 pills wrapped in a foil, and those things were found outside the house of that lady, Miss Nelly Ndlovu, and they were wrapped in a foil. So they were found in a dustbin outside. So make it make sense. What if someone was passing there and throw that into the dustbin? How can you attribute that to the owner of the house without full proof? But let's listen to Ian Cameroon responding to this.
IPID has launched this investigation.
Good morning, Aldrin. Firstly, I think the statement that they released could be a little bit premature. It's interesting to me to release a statement with allegations like this so publicly when you yourself admit that the investigation is still in infancy shoes. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens now. It does feel like there's a little bit of a political taste to it. That being said, the law and due process must take its course. So it's going to be interesting to see what comes out of this investigation and what the response of the PC in KwaZulu-Natal is.
Yeah. What do you mean a political taste to it?
It feels odd to me that this happened 2 weeks after General Mkhwanazi made certain statements during the police portfolio committee. It could just be coincidence, but something I've learned over time, especially with regards to internal police politics, is that coincidence is usually not the reason or not the case. And in this specific matter, General Mkhwanazi made very strong statements 2 weeks ago about not only political interference over the years, but also being instructed not to investigate certain people by certain senior ranking politicians. And in this case, it does have a bit of a taste to that. But that being said, it's just a feeling. I've got nothing to prove it with. So yes, we'll have to see what comes out of it. As I said, and as IPID has said, it's still in infancy shoes. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
By IPID remains sketchy. In a statement, IPID said the incident is alleged to have taken place in Richards Bay on the KZN North Coast. It's believed that the Correctional Services official is based at the Kalagabusha Correctional Facility in Empangeni. Initial reports on the matter stated that the Minister of Police, Senzo Mchunu, had launched the case with IPID. However, the Directorate has since clarified the source of the investigation.
This investigation is as a result of an anonymous complaint from the public. IPID maintains that although it receives complaints and tips-offs from various sources, its investigations remain independent and impartial. This investigation is still in its infancy stages, and IPID will only engage on the matter once the investigation is concluded.
The police minister said in a statement that the minister did not lay a complaint against Mkhwanazi.
In commenting on the matter, the minister stated the following: "We welcome and fully endorse the statement issued by IPID on this matter. I do want to repeat that I have not laid any complaint against Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi. I do want to state, however, that we need to intensify our efforts on effective and efficient law enforcement in the Republic of South Africa. The South African Police Service is hard at work all over the country, at head office and in the province. Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, like all other provincial commissioners, is working hard in the fight against crime in KwaZulu-Natal, and that is duly recognized by the Ministry of Police."
Meanwhile, unconfirmed reports indicate that Mkhwanazi is also being investigated by IPID in a separate matter.